Hi kids, welcome back to our English video lesson. So this is video lesson 11, or this one will tackle about lesson 11, which is about using subject pronouns correctly. So let's begin. So we have a poem here. I'm going to read it for you. Jack and Millie came to tea. Jack is he and Millie she. And little Susie, well, that's me. So can you look at the letters or the words that are in color red? So we have the words he, she, and me. These words are called pronouns. The word he and she, when you say Jack is he and Millie she, these words are pronouns. He is a pronoun and she is also a pronoun. So they are pronouns. He and she are both pronouns. Okay? So what are pronouns? So this is the question that maybe you're thinking right now. Words that take place of nouns. So when you say pronouns, these are the words that take place of nouns. So instead of using the name of a person for many times in writing a story or in writing a sentence or a paragraph, you can use these pronouns as a replacement for the name of that person, for that particular noun. It is used in speaking or writing in order to avoid repeating the same noun. So instead of using Peter went to the party, Peter ate some cookies, Peter, so instead of using Peter and Peter and Peter, you can use the word he. Peter went to the party, he ate cookies, so you can use that as a replacement for the noun. For this lesson, we will talk about the subject pronouns because there are other lessons after this that we will talk about pronouns, but for this particular video or lesson topic, we will just focus with the subject pronoun. So later on, you will find out what is the other type of pronoun and what is the difference between subject and this other type of pronoun. So let's look at an example here. This girl is saying, I am a girl. The person talking to the girl, you can say, you are a girl. And people talking about the girl can say, she is a girl. So these words, I, you, and she are all pronouns. So the word I is a pronoun or a subject pronoun. The word you can also be considered as a subject pronoun, and the word she is also a subject pronoun. I hope that everyone is still getting what I am talking about right now. So I am a girl. You are a girl. She is a girl. So subject pronouns is used as a subject in a sentence. So when you have a sentence, usually you have two parts. You have the subject and the predicate. The subject is what the sentence is referring to, and then the predicate are the descriptions about the subject. So here, you're talking about the girl. So the girl is saying I because she's referring to herself. If two people are talking and the other person is saying to the girl, you are a girl, she is referring to that person she's talking. And when there are people who are talking about a girl and they are referring to the girl, they can use she. She is a girl. It usually appears at the beginning of a sentence. So if you're going to look at these sentences that we have here, the subject pronouns that you can see are all in the first part of the sentence or at the beginning of the sentence. So let's look at this pronoun chart. So we have here first person, second person, and third person. So if it's saying first person singular, you can use I if you're only referring to yourself and you're only one. If you're talking about a lot of people, including yourself, so you and other people, you can say we. Second person, on the other hand, is the person you are talking to. And if he or she is only one, you can use you. And it's the same way if you're talking to an audience, a large group, you can still use you. For third person, you're referring to someone who is not with you. You can use the word he, she for a particular gender of noun, and then it if it is an animal or an object. And if you're talking about many nouns or many people or many objects or animals, you can use the word they. Okay? So I think we have to do this fast. So first person, I and we are first person pronouns. First person refers to the person or persons talking. So I am Miss Tigantoka. So we will go to the beach. Examples, I am happy, we will go to the beach. So that's the use of the first person. Second person, you is a second person pronoun. Second person refers to the person being spoken to. So here we have examples. You are my sister. If you're talking to the other person, and the other person can say, you are my brother. So they are referring to the person they are talking to or talking with. Third person, he, she, it, and they are third person pronouns. Third person refers to the persons, animal or animals, places, or place, thing or things being talked about. Okay? So if you are not part of that group, so the two monsters here are talking to each other, but you're outside of their communication bubble, then you are the third person you're talking about them. So as an outsider, we can look at this picture and we can say, she cooked the meal for the family. He is talking about his day at work. They are listening to him. The baby's chair is at the middle. It is red. So I think you now know figure out when do we use she, he, and it. Okay, so let's talk more about that. Remember, she is used to replace the name of a female person. If you're talking about a woman, or you're replacing a name of a woman, like for example, instead of saying Miss Tigantoka is talking so fast, you can say she is talking so fast. Okay. On the other hand, he is used to replace the name of a male person. So instead of saying Mr. Lopez is the business owner, you can say he is the business owner. So on the third one, which is it is used to replace the name of an object, animal, or event. So if you're talking to a book, so my book is new, you can say it is new. So don't forget, if you're talking about yourself, you talking to the person you're talking with. We, if you're talking about yourself and other people with you. They, if you're referring to many people who are not with you. You can also use for a lot of people that you're talking to, or you're referring to. He, if you're talking to the about a person that is not with you. And the same with she and it. But it's used depending on the gender. So what is the correct subject pronoun for the underlined word below? So we have here an example. Marga is playing with her teddy bear. So the underlined name is Marga. We can replace it with she. She is playing with her teddy bear. So let's look at another example. The children are playing with hula hoops. We can change it with the word they. They are playing with hula hoops. The dog is sleeping. Okay, so for the dog, since it is only one and it is an animal, you can use the word it. It is sleeping. So that's all for our lesson today. I'm going to see you all in our live class. You may do your SA 11 activity 1 in Google Slides. So see you all next time. Goodbye, everyone.